Let's talk about focusing on what matters instead of getting distracted by everything. It's more than common to get caught up in the things that aren't really relevant to where you want to be. It's very easy to get distracted and to get caught off guard and to lose yourself with all the obstacles, with all the ideas flowing around, with all the distractions flowing around, and it takes you off your purpose. Now remember, it wasn't designed to be easy, but you were designed to be able to do it. And what that simply means is that you're fully capable of focusing on what really matters. You are fully capable of filtering out the distractions and simply staying with what really matters to you, your purpose, your vision. The aspects of life that really mean something to you. You have all the power in the world to simply concentrate and focus on that and not allow yourself to get caught off track. However, what tends to happen is that we just get slightly distracted, just a little bit, it's just a little something, and we say, oh yeah, it's okay because I've been working hard and I've been doing the right thing, and yeah, I should just go with that for a moment, just relax, just enjoy. And what ends up happening is that it takes you down a whole downward spiral and it puts you in a place where you really don't want to be. Now, of course, some people can take one little distraction and come back to the road and not lose anything, barely haven't lost any time, and simply be even more energized than when they left for that one little distraction. But that's uncommon, and of course, everybody wants to be that exception, the person that can take a break whenever and just come back and there's no problem. That's hard to do, and that's something you gotta develop over time. But in the beginning, when you're starting out on a project or a vision or a purpose, what you have to make sure is that you stay on the road and you don't get caught off track. Focus on what matters and don't let everything else distract you and drag you away from it. It's extremely vital to put in the foundational work, because that really is one of the most important pieces of the puzzle. Now, once you've done that, you can allow yourself to be slightly distracted, but what's even better is if you can just stay on the right course. Because if you do get distracted, what can end up happening is that you lose it completely. You lose your vision, you lose your project, you lose your purpose almost, because you just go down this hole of distraction. You go into a spiral of distraction and you stop being focused and you lose your sharpness, you lose your edge. And then when you try to come back to it, you don't have the same fire and glow. Because what happens is, as you go away, you start to deteriorate, you start to get worse because you're not putting in the time anymore. Simply put, try to stay away from distractions entirely, if at all possible. Things that don't serve you, things that don't move you forward. That's what I mean when I really say distractions. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't enjoy life and do the things that you love, that you enjoy doing, that you think are right for you, that move you in the direction that you want to go. But that's up to you to decide what is right and what is wrong and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Some things that might serve you might not serve me, and some of the things that I do might not help you at all. But what we usually all have in common is that we know there are certain things out there that we just shouldn't be doing, we shouldn't be putting any attention towards it, we shouldn't be thinking about it, we shouldn't be debating, discussing, or any of those things about those subjects or about those activities or about those people even. But we tend to do it, we tend to get sucked into it, and it just takes us off track. So what I want you to do is stop getting lost in that, because it eats up so much time. And of course, when we're young especially, we think that we're just gonna live forever, but that's not true. It's ending very fast. In fact, as you age, time just tends to move faster and faster. And so what you need to realize is that you want to invest that in the right area. Of course, you want to enjoy life, you also want to build something that's worthwhile, you want to expand, you want to grow, you want to do all those great things. All of that is going to be very difficult if you let yourself get distracted over and over again. You go into a whole spiral and you lose a bunch of time. That's not going to serve you. So get away from that and get focused on what really matters to you. The things that are purposeful and meaningful to you, put your attention on that, stay with that, and try not to get lost again.